The Rwandan Genocide remains one of the darkest chapters in human history. This tragedy unfolded in 1994 in Rwanda, a country nestled in East Africa, home to breathtaking landscapes and a deeply complex history. The genocide claimed the lives of approximately 800,000 people within just 100 days, an unimaginable atrocity that shocked the world. Background of Rwanda. Rwanda is a nation with a rich cultural tapestry. Its population consists of three main ethnic groups: the Hutu, who make up over 4/5 of the population, the Tutsi, accounting for about 1/7, and the Twa, a minority group comprising less than 1%. Despite their differences, all groups share a common language, Kinyarwanda, indicating that they have coexisted for centuries. The country's history dates back to the arrival of the Twa, believed to be the original inhabitants, followed by the Hutu between the 5th and 11th centuries, and later the Tutsi in the 14th century. Over time, the Tutsi established dominance due to their pastoralist traditions, while the Hutu primarily practiced agriculture. This balance of power was relatively fluid, as intermarriage and cultural assimilation blurred ethnic distinctions. Colonial impact. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Rwanda came under colonial rule, first by Germany and later Belgium. The colonizers solidified ethnic divisions, favoring the Tutsi minority for administrative roles while marginalizing the Hutu majority. Physical characteristics, such as height and skin tone, were used to classify individuals, reinforcing a rigid ethnic hierarchy. Belgian rule intensified tensions. By the mid-20th century, Hutu leaders, supported by sections of the Catholic Church and Belgian officials, began demanding equality. This led to the Hutu Revolution in 1959. Following violent uprisings and massacres, Rwanda's Tutsi monarchy was abolished, and in 1961, the country transitioned to a Hutu-led republic. Independence was declared in 1962, but the shift in power came at a devastating cost. Tens of thousands of Tutsi were killed, and hundreds of thousands fled to neighboring countries. The path to genocide. Decades of ethnic tensions simmered, erupting sporadically in violence. In 1990, the Tutsi-led Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF, launched an invasion from Uganda, seeking to reclaim their homeland. A ceasefire in 1991 and subsequent peace negotiations in 1993 sought to create a transitional government, but Hutu extremists vehemently opposed these efforts. Hate-filled propaganda spread through radio broadcasts and newspapers, dehumanizing the Tutsi and inciting violence. The assassination of Rwandan President Juvenal Habyarimana on April 6, 1994, was the final spark. His plane was shot down over Kigali, and though the perpetrators remain unidentified, the event unleashed a well-orchestrated campaign of genocide. The genocide. The next few months saw a wave of anarchy and mass killings, in which the army and Hutu militia groups known as the Interahamwe, those who attack together, and Impuzamugambi, those who have the same goal, played a central role. Radio broadcasts further fueled the genocide by encouraging Hutu civilians to kill their Tutsi neighbors, who were referred to as cockroaches who needed to be exterminated. It is estimated that some 200,000 Hutu participated in the genocide, although some were unwilling and consequently were forced to do so by the army and Hutu militia groups. The methods for killing were typically quite brutal, with crude instruments often employed to pummel or hack away at victims. Machetes were commonly used. Rape was also used as a weapon and included the deliberate use of perpetrators infected with HIV/AIDS to carry out sexual assaults. As a result, many Tutsi women were intentionally infected with HIV/AIDS. What followed was a meticulously planned extermination of Tutsi and moderate Hutu. Hutu extremists carried out massacres across the country, targeting men, women, and children with unimaginable brutality. Neighbors turned on neighbors, and families were destroyed. Even United Nations peacekeepers could not prevent the slaughter, 10 Belgian peacekeepers were murdered while attempting to protect moderate leaders. The genocide's horrors were compounded by the international community's failure to act decisively. Despite warnings and evidence, global powers hesitated, leaving Rwandans to face the atrocities largely alone. By the time the RPF took control of Kigali in July 1994, halting the genocide, the country was in ruins, socially, economically, and emotionally. The Rwandan genocide serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of division, hate, and inaction. Yet, Rwanda's story does not end there. Today, the nation is a testament to resilience and recovery. Rwandans have worked tirelessly to rebuild their country, foster reconciliation, and ensure that such atrocities never happen again. Let us honor the memory of those lost by learning from this tragedy and committing to a future where unity triumphs over division, and humanity never turns a blind eye to suffering again. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's spread awareness of this critical history and work together to promote